In this episode of CMSD News, back to school, we take you all around the district for an exclusive look at the first day of school and talk to CEO Eric Gordon about the new school year. And fearless freshmen, ninth graders at Cleveland School of the Arts start the year on a high note. Go center stage at the first ever CSA freshman induction ceremony. Also, helping hands. See how hundreds of volunteers brightened up Thomas Jefferson International Newcomers Academy and the whole Clark Fulton community. Plus, Students and Steel Manufacturing Camp introduces middle school students to exciting careers right here in Cleveland. Hello everyone, I'm Shannon Cantner and you're watching CMSD TV, bringing you the latest news out of the Cleveland Metropolitan School District. The 2018-2019 school year is here. Most students returned to class on August 13th, and we visited schools all across the district on the first day. From new buildings, new principals, and even new backpacks, there was a lot of excitement and also a lot of hard work. Hear from some principals and District CEO Eric Gordon about why the school year is already off to a great start.
Come on now, welcome.
A red carpet welcome for all of the star students entering the brand new William Rainey Harper School on their first day of classes.
The goal was just to make this day as magical as possible. We wanted our kids to feel like stars because they are. So they come down the red carpet, they get to take some pictures, they go into the cafeteria, our staff is inside welcoming them. And we just wanted this to hopefully be a day they remember.
A day to remember for students and their families.
The building looks great, the classrooms look amazing, and the excitement of the principal and the staff is just awesome. You know, it makes you feel positive about sending your kid into a new situation.
The new William Rainey Harper is the third CMSD school to follow the International Baccalaureate model, and the principal couldn't be more excited to start this new journey.
The first desk they sit in is their desk. No one has ever sat there.
I feel really honored to be given the opportunity to open a brand new school. This is not something that many people get the chance to do in their career, and to have this opportunity is something that I will never forget.
Welcome to William Rainey Harper.
It's like my first day of kindergarten all over again. I feel like a kid. I got my clothes ready last night. I woke up this morning, I couldn't sleep. So yes, I am so looking forward to this year.
He's not the only principal who couldn't wait for Monday morning.
I couldn't even sleep last night. I was so excited. I'm really grateful. I'm grateful for this opportunity because Cleveland and just the school district, the city means a lot to me.
Dora Bechtel is the new principal at Garfield, but she's actually not new to the school or CMSD. She was a pre-K teacher at Garfield when it first opened. Then she pursued her principal's license and enjoyed 6 years as an educator at Campus International K-8. Now, she says, back at Garfield, she's home.
When I went to do scheduling, I saw that my preschoolers were in 7th and 8th grade, and about 14 of them are still here. So just the idea that I could have been a part of their education journey, I started them in pre-K and now I'm back and they're in 8th grade and I could see them off to high school. And then at the meet and greet, a few of them came up and said, when we got your welcome letter, we couldn't believe it. This is going to be the best year. So just knowing that they feel like I feel about it, it's felt like I'm just coming home.
From coming home to finding a new home, Jocelyn Smith is ready to begin as the new principal at Charles Dickens after completing CMSD's rigorous Aspiring Principals program.
I am excited to see the kids. I'm excited to see their parents, their looks on their faces, and just understanding that this is going to be a new year, a new opportunity, a fresh start. We want to make sure that our school is the true center of the community, what it was originally founded on, and making sure that parents have a quality and students have a quality instructional experience here, as well as a positive environment to come where they know that their child will be safe and be supported.
Supported in and out of school, like at Patrick Henry, where community partners After School All-Stars and Fox Sports teamed up to donate more than 100 new backpacks filled with school supplies, which were raffled off to students in their morning meeting.
Every morning we go through the Patrick Henry Creed, where we say that every scholar has a choice, a voice, a future, and that they are valued. So it's really imperative that we get them excited. And it starts first with learning, ensuring that we're creating engaging activities that's differentiated to meet their needs. They're not just receiving an education, they're receiving love.
And CEO Eric Gordon loved what he saw at schools across the district. Plenty of warm welcomes, Then back to business as usual. He says the district's results are improving, but there's a long way to go. And this year is off to a successful start.
A real enthusiasm, immediately got kids into classrooms and got started working, and that's what it's supposed to be about, getting those routines in place. We're back to school.
CEO Gordon tweeted from nearly a dozen different schools on the first day. You can follow his visits around the district on Twitter at Eric Gordon CEO and stay up to date with CMSD at Cle Metro Schools on Twitter. And for all of your back to school info, visit clevelandmetroschools.org/backtoschool. Many new students at Cleveland School of the Arts already have one performance under their belts before classes began. The incoming freshman class attended a week-long bridge camp welcoming them to the school, which concluded with an open mic session and the first ever freshman induction ceremony at CSA. See highlights from the event and hear from the talented students about what it means to them to be a part of the school. Being a student and vocal major at Cleveland School of the Arts is a dream come true for this incoming 9th grader who went to Benjamin Franklin.
I've wanted to be in CSA since I was in 7th grade, and I worked really hard. I had to bring my grades up. I had to beg my mom to take me. And then when I was doing my audition, I was just standing there and like having an internal panic attack, but I pushed my thoughts away and I just went through it with it.
She also went through with it at the Bridge Camp's open mic, where many of her new classmates hit the stage too.
Everybody, like when someone started like a beat, everybody joined in, which kind of probably brought us together.
I did one of my poems that I wrote when I was younger. It's called Big Brother, because I never really had that little father figure in my life, so pretty much I had to turn to my big brother for some advice.
Of course I was nervous about the open mic, but with all the friends I have, I went up there and hopefully everybody thought I did good. I have been singing since I can remember, so when I figured out there was a School of the Arts in Cleveland, of course I wanted to come.
Students from all over Northeast Ohio come to CSA to pursue their dreams, from dance to photography to spoken word and more, like this 9th grader who attended a private school for 7 years and now feels right at home.
I'm ready for a new experience, and this is going to be the perfect place. This, I could not talk about that. That was like a taboo thing at the school. And now I can. I have my nails painted. It's great here. And that's one of the reasons I've come here, because I can be open and really free with what I want to do and how I express myself. I've made so many new friends. I've got to see the whole school around, like the ins and outs of it. I got to meet a few of the teachers. Everybody here wants to be supportive of you.
Support from people like the Dean of Admissions at CSA, Anthony Brown, who closed out the Bridge Camp with a special induction ceremony.
For the first time ever since 1981, we did a freshman induction ceremony where we kind of mimicked it like a graduation, so to speak. And so we kind of gave them some inspirational words, some motivation about success. We recited this pledge, this oath, to fully induct them so they can make this commitment, this verbal promise to say, I'm going to do my best. And with the help of everyone here, family, teachers, educators, faculty, staff, custodians, alumni, anybody who can touch the students' lives and make it better is going to, do their part, and we're going to help them do it and to formally induct and welcome them into the CSA family. And to remind the students that they will excel today and perform forever.
The students took that pledge to heart, feeling ready to perform on their very first day of school and for the rest of their lives.
Induction ceremony was the best thing that you can ever feel. Bridge Camp was the best experience of my life.
The induction ceremony was like nothing I ever seen before. I didn't know this was happening, and it was very fun and exciting.
I am feeling very confident. I'm ready for 9th grade.
I am super pumped. I'm really ready to go here. Yeah, I feel like I'm part of the family now.
Those students felt confident and comfortable walking into CSA on their first day of school. But sometimes that experience can be a little scary. At Thomas Jefferson International Newcomers Academy, most of the students and families who come through the doors are coming to the U.S. and entering an American school for the very first time. They're welcomed with open arms inside, but community volunteers wanted to make sure they felt that same welcome on the outside of the school. Eaton Corporation and nonprofit Hands on Northeast Ohio spent months planning a a large-scale beautification project that will help not only newcomers, but the whole neighborhood feel right at home.
Every year here in Northeast Ohio, Eaton employees get together to do volunteer projects. This year we wanted to do something in a neighborhood in Cleveland and make a real impact. The school is unique because it serves as a community hub for the neighborhood and for the refugee and immigrant community, and we're aware of that. So we wanted to just make it stand out and make people who are either living in the area or around the area to really see this as a project and a school that is part of their community.
Hands on Northeast Ohio, what we do as an organization is we design and manage volunteer projects. And so we work with Eaton annually to put together a project. And this year we wanted to be in a community where there was a lot of need. A few of their executive leaders actually toured the Thomas Jefferson School, and they were immediately, like everyone, they fall in love with it because it's incredible. So we ended up expanding the projects out from just happening inside of Thomas Jefferson to in the neighborhood too, so that it's mutually beneficial for all the newcomers, the immigrants, the refugees, but then also the people who've lived here for years and years. We're doing a lot of fencing of different properties, landscaping, helping to build to the side of the school. Over here there's actually a sustainable educational garden that's being installed from front to back for refugees to farm on. So it's a big project, but everything that we're trying to do is for both the students and then obviously the people in the neighborhood.
This school has become like the center of the community, especially for the newcomers coming in. They see us as a family and they see the school as a home. So beautifying this place makes it, very personal for them. And seeing all the beautiful colors outside with the new paintings in the playgrounds, the plants, and the new areas that they have built. So we're very grateful that finally we were able to get a group that will help us with that.
About 300 volunteers worked for 2 days to complete the projects, which also included additions to the playground areas and building garden boxes that can be installed around the neighborhood for community members to use. If you want to learn more about volunteer projects around Cleveland, visit handsonneo.org. Did you know there isn't a huge difference between making steel and making ice cream? Don't believe me? Just ask the 6th, 7th, and 8th graders who attended manufacturing summer camp at Max Hayes High School. The students participated in fun, hands-on activities to learn how to be successful in the manufacturing field. From a tour of Mitchell's ice cream to soldering toys to making paper sculptures and working in Cleveland State's new engineering facility, students learned it's never too early to start building their future.
The camp is for 11, 12, and 13-year-old kids to introduce them to the world of manufacturing, and we do it in a way where they're going to enjoy themselves. A lot of fun activities, but then we do a lot of things to challenge their minds, a lot of problem-solving activities and things like that. We had the steel company ArcelorMittal come and do a presentation on how steel is made. And they start from the very beginning to the finished product, and what they did was they've actually compared the similarities between making steel and making ice cream. So after we broke that down to them, we actually had the kids go to Mitchell's Ice Cream in Ohio City. They got to take a tour of the facility, but then we had the steel company, ArcelorMittal, go with them so they can add the manufacturing portion to the tour. Most kids their age do not know the importance of manufacturing and the types of jobs that are available out here. It's a field where a lot of the baby boomers are retiring. And we need to expose them, the earlier we expose them, the better, to the jobs that are, or the careers that are available. And we also need to let them know that I think the stereotypes that people have about manufacturing are kind of outdated. People envision like a dirty factory and just, a place that you wouldn't want to have kids, but actually there's so much modern technology that goes into manufacturing that we need more young people to be a part of because they're just more technologically savvy. There's a company called Replay for Kids, and what they do is they take toys and they actually solder and rewire them so physically handicapped kids can play with them. So what we did was we actually had kids of the same age work on them. And they were able to open up the dinosaurs, take some of the wires, change them around. They were using little soldering irons under adult supervision. the adults basically show them where they need to solder, where they needed to rewire, help put them back together. So we want to expose them, let them know what kind of careers are out there. And the thing is, there's kids that are more mechanically inclined than others. Cleveland State has been a awesome partner with us for the last 2 years. They have a lot of activities that they do where there's a lot of problem solving skills. Sometimes they'll need to work in a team, sometimes they'll need to work by themselves. I'm a product of CMSD. Graduated from Lincoln West a long time ago. My big thing is that I feel that education is what changed me. It was the 180 that I needed to show me that there's more to the world than just the environment I grew up in. So if I had an opportunity to come back and work with some kids that are in a similar situation that I was in, I want them to try to see the world outside of this neighborhood. And I don't know, I have this motto that I say that if you have an education, you have options. You're not just limited to what you see in front of you. So I just preach education because I know that that's what changed me. You know, I've seen students that have gotten internships at a welding shop, and when they graduate high school, there's a permanent position waiting for them. So there's multiple options. They just need to be explored more, and they need to be promoted more.
The week-long camp was offered through a partnership with WireNet. On the last day of camp, they toured Progressive Field to learn about its construction, and the Indians donated tickets to all of the students. CMSD needs your help. Cleveland is in second place in the JetBlue Airlines Soar with Reading contest. The winner will receive $25,000 in children's books, plus a reading room makeover. You can vote as many times as you want, and it's super easy. To vote, visit the link on the bottom of the screen. That's soarwithreading.com/bookwithus2018. If you want to see what's happening all around the district, visit the CMSD News Bureau site for videos, photos, and stories you won't find anywhere else. You can also connect with us on CMSD's Facebook page and follow the district on Twitter at Cle Metro Schools. If you have good news or a story you'd like to see featured, email newstips@clevelandmetroschools.org. That's all the time we have. Thanks so much for tuning in. And for more programming like this, you can visit clevelandmetroschools.org/news, or we're always streaming live at clevelandmetroschools.org/CMSDTV. We'll see you next time.